Wow, okay, I'm way more nervous than I thought I was gonna be. For my subscribers who have been here a while, who are so beyond patient and understanding with me when I don't post or film videos for this channel, I am so sorry that this is my first video back after like 4 months of not posting on this channel. Please know that I not only appreciate you like greatly for still even sticking around and giving me chance after chance, but that I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't feel like I absolutely had to. Now, if you aren't one of my subscribers, you should know right off the bat, this is not the type of content that I make. My channel doesn't revolve around exposing people or creating drama. So I know when drama happens, people tend to subscribe because they want to stick around for that drama. And I'm letting you know right now, you're not going to get much more of it. But anyway, I'll just get into it because this is going to be long, I'm sure. For the longest time, a lot of you guys have known that me and Gabby Hanna used to be best friends. We used to be extremely close. Some of you know that because you were here during that time. And some of you have just figured it out because you've seen our old videos from a long time ago together, tweets we used to send each other, things like that. And you just put 2 and 2 together. And on that same note, a lot of you guys have figured out that we're not friends anymore because we don't really talk. A lot of you have had so many questions over the years, like what happened? This video is just going to touch on a very small portion of why we're not friends anymore. And I'm only going to bring up the parts that are relevant to this situation. I don't see the benefit in bringing up all of our old dirty laundry. Believe me, there's a lot of it that happened between me and her. So I don't feel the need to bring that up because it's truly just not relevant to this situation. Just so you know, right off the bat, there's just going to be a small portion of what happened between us that you will learn. But what is relevant and what I feel I do need to bring up is that Gabby has crossed the line completely, and I don't know what else to do than this. I don't know what else to do than to just like use my voice and tell you guys what's going on. And before the comments start rolling in, because I can already see them now, just telling me, Jessie, you were friends with her 5 years ago. Like, just get over it. Stop bringing this up. I want to let you know that the situation I'm going to be talking about, the reason why I'm sitting right here in front of you is because of something that happened yesterday morning. I've realized that the more that I stay quiet, the more that I do not talk about the things that she does, the more I enable her to continue to do this to other people. Okay, so I'm going to give you some brief backstory to kind of lead up to all of it. Gabby recently got into drama, whatever, with Trisha Paytas. And Trisha Paytas is someone that honestly I consider a troll. I consider her someone that is almost never like being serious. And also she has problems with like literally almost everyone. So when I saw the title of her video that said, "Why I Don't Trust Gabby Hanna," I was like, okay, what are you talking about, Trisha? Like, are you just trolling again? But when I saw the video, I was so unsettled. Is that the right word? I just felt so weird. Basically what happened was that Gabby had texted Trisha's ex, Jason Nash, when Trisha and Jason first started dating. Gabby figured out that they were dating and she texted Jason Nash and told him that Trisha had herpes, which Trisha does not have. Trisha has been upset with Gabby ever since, and then it all led up to her making this video. But that's not the part that was unsettling to me. It was all the parts where Trisha said that she was scared of Gabby. It kind of just made me realize all of the manipulation. It made me realize all the times I've apologized to her, all the times that she's made me stop being friends with friends. It was the beginning of me realizing that this person who constantly preaches about being a good person, about being so much better than she used to be, like, it made me realize that all of that's bullshit. When I saw Trisha's video, I tweeted something cryptic. Okay, sure, it's petty of me. It was dumb. This is what I said. I said, if you are a shitty person, the world will find out. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, but it's only a matter of time. And I pretty quickly, like a few hours passed, and I just realized, I'm like, Jessie, if you're gonna say something, just say something. Like, stop being cryptic. I have that problem. Sometimes I just, I don't want to quite speak up, but I don't want to not say anything. So I just kind of like put a tweet like that out there. Anyway, I realized it was stupid. I got really anxious because it was getting a lot of attention, so I just deleted it. This next part, I'm gonna just put a little trigger warning in here. I am gonna mention sexual assault at this point and throughout the video in little ways because it is extremely relevant to the topic, so I'm just letting you know that that is going to happen. So anyway, this girl, her name is Deanna. She tweeted, "I think a lot of people forget or don't know that Gabby Hanna chose a rapist who admitted and signed a confession to the cops over her best friend who was the victim, and she didn't do it privately but publicly. That's always bothered me." So Gabby saw Deanna's tweet and she didn't like it. She felt strongly enough that she felt she needed to message Deanna. And that's why I'm here today, to share those messages with you. I wanted to say before I start reading the messages, I am not going to include every single message that Deanna and Gabby sent back and forth. However, right now in this screen recording, I'm not only showing you that this did come from Gabby's actual profile, I wanted to include this so that you guys can stop and read the entire conversation if you have the time. The only things that I'm excluding in this video is private and sensitive information that Deanna shared with Gabby. That is not my place to share with you guys. So anything edited out in this screen recording is private information. And during this video, I'm just going to bring up the messages that are pretty much my reason for making this video, the ones that are relevant, because otherwise we're going to be here a long time and, you know, it's just going to get confusing. And by the way, Deanna is the one who gave me these messages. She not only knows that I'm making this video, she's fully supportive of the fact that I am. So I just want to let that be known. Like, I would never show these messages if she didn't want me to. Just really quickly, I want to preface this by saying, because you're going to see a lot of her messages in the end start agreeing with Gabby. But basically, she sent this to me after realizing that she had been played, pretty much. So you're going to read her messages. It might be a little confusing to be like, wait, why did she send you these messages? We'll get into the whole conversation, but basically I just want to preface this by saying her responses are a result of her being or feeling manipulated by Gabby. At least that's what she communicated to me. Gabby's the one that started the conversation. She says, I'm genuinely trying not to engage with this stuff because it's gossip, but this is one that truly confuses me because I don't understand why anyone believes it. If I collabed with my friend's ex, especially publicly, where is it? Where is any photo, any video? It doesn't exist because it didn't happen. That man is not my friend, has never been my friend. I think I tweeted at him one time before I ever even met Jesse, and that's it. So how this story is a thing, I'll never understand, but I want to. Deanna says, Gabby, I truly appreciate you asking and I want to hear your side. My tweet was really harsh and you didn't come at me with hate or anything. As far as I and 99% of your subscribers or people on this side of the YouTube fence believe that you took his side when the allegations dropped. And if I have anything wrong or mistaken, please feel free to show me your side and correct me. The collab video was something someone in my mention said and I didn't fact check that and I apologize for jumping the gun on that one. Then it starts. Gabby says, here's a long story short, and she starts talking about me. Now notice how the girl was not talking about me at all. Yes, it has to do with the man who raped me and her supporting him, but Gabby just jumps like straight into, okay, it's time to discredit Jesse. It's time to make Jesse look like a bad guy so that I can get this girl to realize that Jesse's a liar, that Jesse's crazy, and that I'm right. So it starts here. Jesse and I weren't friends when the allegations went down. We became friends after. Once we were friends, I literally never talked to or collabed with Curtis. For reasons that don't matter in my opinion, and to not spread hate or rumors, Jesse and I had a falling out and I had to make a choice to stop engaging with it. Since then, her and Jen started a hate campaign about me, saying that I ditched her to collab with her rapist because he had more followers. I have never said that in my life, Gabby. I have never in my life said that you left me to collab with Curtis because he had more followers. There has never been a single photo, video, or literally anything to back that up. The texts I sent to Jen were after relentlessly attacking me and spreading that rumor, and I was a lot younger and angrier back then. Since then, Jen has reached out and apologized. Last I spoke to her, we were on really good terms and she would reach out when she wanted to talk. I have no idea where this hate is coming from now, and I messaged her last night asking what happened from then and now to make her so upset, and if there was anything I did that we could talk through, and she chose not to respond. That's what I've been dealing with for 5 years. I don't engage with it because it's simply not true. If it is, please someone send me whatever video or photo collab I ditched my best friend for. Jesse broke my fucking heart, dude. I 100% let out all my emotions on that tweet, and I'll own that, but if you look up the situation or ask anyone on Twitter about it, everyone says that you publicly came out and supported him. And like you told me, you and Jesse weren't friends anymore. I thought you guys were best friends, and so does everyone else. That's a huge chunk. So Gabby says, send me a screenshot, what's the date, and no, I never would publicly support him. And this is where we start getting horrendous. She says, I told him verbatim when he reached out after what Jesse did to me. I got a call from an unknown number and answered it, and it was him. She's talking about the man who raped me. And he said, I heard what happened and I want to apologize for being so unkind to you in the past. And I said, thanks for the apology. But just so you know, I'd never side with you or bash Jessie publicly, regardless of what she did. But the shit she did was so nasty that Curtis heard about it. I don't even know how to express what I felt when I saw this message. This was one of the most disgusting parts of all these messages to me. Number one, you lied. He didn't call you. You hung out with Curtis's friends. Curtis was there. This is what you told me. He pulled you to the side and he told you that. He told you, I'm so sorry I was mean to you. I can't believe what Jesse did to you, trying to get on your side. That part's true, but it happened in person. And the reason why I remember it happened in person is because you told me I'm getting like really worked up and really fucking annoyed. I'm sorry. Gabby told me when I communicated to her, this was after we had stopped being friends, but even though we had stopped being friends, one of the things that I believe you never do, even if you hate someone now, is hang out with their rapist and his friends. So I was hurt and I told Gabby, this is fucked up. Like, I'm really hurt. And she defended herself when all of this happened, and she said, I was hanging out with his friends. I wasn't hanging out with him. He just so happened to be there and he pulled me to the side. I didn't intend to talk to him, whatever. And I communicated with her and told her how much that hurt me. And that was the point where she told me something like I will literally never fucking forget, because I cannot believe like till this day that she would say something like this. She said, Jessie, Curtis's friends didn't rape you. What the fuck do I say to that? Like, I don't know. And then Deanna says, Gabby, I swear to God, you gotta stand up and share your story once in a while, because your literal audience, me, someone who's followed you for years, have been told something completely opposite. And Gabby said, if I tried to fight every lie anyone's ever told about me, it's all I do all day. If people want to believe that, they can. All these people want is attention, and I feel no need to give it to them. I know myself, I know my heart. I love my life. My friends know me and love me. I have literally everything I want. Why battle someone who literally is lying for attention? I don't mean this to be any way except what it is. There's a reason why I am where I am and they're where they are. And I'm okay with just being genuinely happy and knowing I'm good, you know? And I'm just gonna bring this up really quick because I feel like it's a relevant thing. Gabby has and always will paint me as someone who is crazy. I am the liar. I am the attention wanter. Some of you know and some of you don't know that me and Gabby have done story times on each other. We have not said each other's name. We've tried to cover it up by being like, you'll never guess who this person is. But point is, we've done stories on each other. And I just want to compare to you the beginning of her videos and how she describes me versus the beginning of my videos about her and how I describe her. I just want to put those two and two together so you can see what she wants people to feel about me, what she's always. This is years ago that she posted, 2 years ago she posted the story time. She's always wanted people to see me like this. And I'll let you see how we talk about each other. Here it is.
I also want to say that I haven't been friends with this person for years. This happened so far in the past and I have no bad blood with this person whatsoever. I wish her nothing but the best. And from what I see, she's having a great life and she's doing her thing and she's very happy and I am very happy for her. I don't really know her anymore, but I'm sure she's grown up a ton and so have I. Now, I have admitted in the past that I myself have had some crazy bitch moments, but there is a huge astronomical difference between having crazy bitch moments and being a crazy bitch. Honestly, looking back at my time with this person, I do look at it with fondness because we did have a lot of fun together and she did mean a lot to me at the time. But sometimes it's hard to believe now, here where I am in my life, that I ever put up with this type of behavior, the amount of stories that I have. But that's kind of my issue that I learned about myself thanks to a year of therapy, is I seek out like emotionally unstable, neurotic people and I try to fix them. Even if I'm not trying to fix them, it's like I feel like I need to support them and be there for them. So like I said, I have a lot of stories about this friend in particular, but I think that this is the first one where I was like, oh, you're psychotic.
And this is how I introduced the situation about her. And I saw an email that apparently was sent to me while I did not have access, and it was from someone that I used to be friends with way back in the day. Well, I mean, I guess not way back in the day, but pretty back in the day. I wasn't friends with them when I was like in fucking kindergarten, but you get the picture. So I read this email, and in this email, this person mentioned this thing that I'm about to tell you guys about. And they mentioned it in a way that made it seem like they were still like really angry about it, and I was just thinking to myself like, what the fuck are they talking about? I'm gonna tell you how this situation happened, obviously through my perspective. I can't tell you how they saw it, and I want you guys to be honest with me. Tell me if I'm in the wrong here. Maybe I just don't understand or don't see why I was wrong in this situation, but I need you guys to tell me. So a bit of a difference there, a bit of a difference in respect. It's something that's frustrating to me. It's something that if she really did look back at her friendship with fondness, where is the respect in any regard? You can't even fake respect for a video. You've had crazy bitch moments, but I'm like, oh, put her in a psych ward. She also did this whole act, like how she said in those messages, I love my life, all of that in her Instagram stories. I'm gonna put a little clip here because, wow.
No matter what I do, I'm always a bad person, and this is why. This is why I have 3 amazing friends that I hang out with. Don't talk about anybody. Don't do it. Like I'm in my fucking house, living my life. I'm at a place in my life where I'm so fucking happy. Like I have great people in my life. Like my friendships, my love life, like my house, my career, like everything's great. And I'm so secure in myself and who I am at this point that I'm so done with bullshit. And I'm so sick of like the shit I hear that I've said or done, like coming back to me, and just like hearing the things that like people make up. I just, dude, I'm the, I am somebody who, not to toot my own horn, but beep the fucking beep. I am so kind to people in my life.
And to me, it's so insane because just in October of 2019, she posted this tweet that says, people with good intentions don't need to remind you all the time they have good intentions. People with good hearts don't need to remind you they have good hearts. Honest people don't need to convince you they're honest. The loudest people usually have the most to hide. The irony is insane. I can't believe she doesn't see that. Like just 1 month ago, you were saying that, and now you are constantly telling people how kind you are, how honest you are. You're in a fan's messages trying to convince her that I suck, that I lie, that she shouldn't believe me, and that what she thinks happened never happened. Like, it's so bizarre to me. Gabby says, you know what would happen if I addressed this? Google Gabby Hanna Curtis Lepore right now. Literally not a single image, not a single tweet, not a single video. Once I address it, doctored photos will start popping up. Jessie will feel the need to speak about it more to defend herself and lie about other shit. It's just not worth it. Deanna says, no, I agree. And this is a part of the messages where I decided I was gonna make a video on it, where I decided that this is so far beyond crossing a line. Like, she's already crossed lines in these messages for sure. But this was the part where I was like, no. That's it. The girl did not ask for this. This was not something that she was like, hey, so provide me with more information on what Jessie's like. But Gabby started sending my private text messages with her to this fan. And she says, like the girl had tried to bring me down so many times, and in the meantime, look. And she sends a message, which I'm not even gonna read, I'm gonna put it on screen, but it's so dumb because it's just me talking to her. Like, it's just me messaging her. So I guess her point of trying to show this is being like, you see, like, Jessie's mad now, and she has no right to be because we spoke months ago. And then she says, yeah, she's so friendly to me, pretends to be sorry and smiles in my face, then does shit like this when I'm in trouble. You're implying something, like when you're saying then does shit like this. What did I do? I put one cryptic tweet that I deleted hours later that I didn't even mention you or at you or anything. What did I do? She says she knows she's a liar is the thing. She's called me so many times saying she's been on meds and is better now and was sorry for everything, then blocks me out of nowhere and it starts all over. This is the most disgusting shit. Like, I swear to you, I cannot believe that she said this. Number one, I have never called Gabby Hanna and said, hi, I'm on medication. I'm so sorry for everything. I realized I was wrong. You know, you're always talking about mental health and therapy and, you know, how you've gone through your journey with that. Like, it's so weird to me that you would bring up someone else's medication that they talk to you about in private, which, no, I'm not ashamed of it. I've mentioned online like 5 years ago that I was on antidepressants. I don't talk about it anymore. Not because I'm ashamed or whatever. I just don't talk about it. So for you to feel like that's okay to share with someone is so fucked, it's so nasty, and it's so low. Deanna basically told me at this point, when she saw the medication message, she started feeling just that kind of like inkling inside of you that's like, oh, this is weird. Like, what's happening right now? So she kind of changed the subject. And so she said, so do you think that the tweets that were tweeted from your Twitter that day are just really good fakes? Then Gabby sends another text message that I've sent her. And this was one of Gabby telling me that I should sing more, that I'm talented and all that stuff. And I told her, thanks a lot for saying that. Sometimes I forget you were my #1 fan, always at the front of the stage. LOL. And she said, ouch, my heart. It's really interesting to me the things that Gabby thinks are gonna sway other people's opinions. Like, why are you showing a text message of me being nice to you? I don't think that every part of Gabby is evil. There were parts of Gabby that I really loved. That is why I opened my house to her. I allowed her to live in a fucking airbed in my living room, and we had some good times, and I genuinely saw parts of Gabby that I loved. And I'm not ashamed of that part of me. I'm not being fake by telling you that I did believe that you were like my #1 fan. Anytime I sang on a stage, you were there. You were there and you made me feel so comfortable, and you were mouthing the words to my songs, and I loved that part. There were parts that I loved about you. How does that make anything you've done okay? Anyway, I'm jumping the gun. Let me just continue. She said, with that text, I haven't been able to find any tweets, but if they're out there, they're fake. And you can go on the Wayback Machine and see that. But show me tweets. But Deanna says, the gist of the tweet was you saying that you're standing by Curtis's side no matter what, and he's innocent. I distinctively remember this one because when I saw your name by it, it broke my heart, and I've gotten hundreds of mentions and DMs saying they remember the same exact tweet. I'll try and see if I can find a screenshot, but I promise you, Gabby, that tweet existed. Gabby says, OMG, LMAO, that would 100,000% be fake. That's insane. I actually am laughing so hard because it's that far-fetched. I thought at most you were gonna say like, hey, wanna collab? And then they kind of went into this conversation that's pretty long. I'll put the, you know, the screenshots right here for you to read it. But basically what's happening is that Deanna was saying that people thought that in one of Curtis's vines, this looked like Gabby, and Gabby was saying that's not me, and they went back and forth. And then Gabby says, so what? I'm supposed to combat every fake screenshot? See what I'm saying? If I defend one thing, then then people will pull up a screenshot like that and say, why didn't you address this? Because it's true and you didn't want to bring attention to it. Then I have to address it again, and then there's something else. Trust me, hun, there's nothing I could ever do to combat it. So why give the attention? What's really strange to me about that is that you're literally giving it attention right now. You're literally in someone's DMs for something that's so fake that it's ridiculous. You're laughing. This is just crazy that anyone would ever believe that, but you're giving it the attention you swear you're not gonna give it. Deanna says, which I know you don't know me, but my pop died last month and I promise on his grave I remember that tweet. And no, you can't, but it's sick that came from a pretty well thought of online news thing. Gabby says, I'd rather just hang out with my man, my friends, my producers, and make cool shit. This is a classic Gabby thing. Like, when she's in any sort of pickle, it's just like, I'd rather just live my super awesome life. Okay, go do that then. Like, why are you here? I don't understand. She says the tweet isn't real if it exists. And if it exists, then find the fake screenshot because I Googled it and can't find it. Deanna says, no, I know, there's no proof. Gabby says, otherwise it's a false memory of people just hearing about it and then being like, yeah, I saw that, because I genuinely have never seen it. And I'm not gonna read this next message because it contains personal info, but Gabby says, yeah, girl, that's why I don't give it any attention. You know who makes up shit like that? People who are desperate for attention. Deanna says, I literally wanna throw up. Oh my God, I feel so guilty. And Gabby says, no need. Manipulative people are usually good at being manipulative. And you're not alone in that. Lots of people run with fake news. Deanna, being a fucking sweetheart, she says, Gabby, I am so sorry. Would you like me to make a public tweet taking back what I said? I ran with something on what I thought was solid evidence and backed up by my memory, and I simply just ran on emotion. And Gabby says, I mean, yeah, you can totally say you looked into it and realized it was based on nothing or whatever it is you want to say. But I think the damage has definitely been done. Not because of you. It's not your fault. It's them. But it's weird to me that no one's ever looked into it. All you'd have to do is find that video to see it's not me, you know? She's referring to the Vine from before. You can check anything that's ever been on the internet on the Wayback Machine. So any tweet would still be traceable. No one cares about the truth. And that's all. And then basically Deanna's just profusely apologizing to Gabby and just being like, I'm so sorry, and explaining herself. And Gabby sends a heart. And then an hour and 20 minutes later, after sending that heart, after finishing this conversation with Deanna, Gabby starts sending text messages. Unprovoked, unsolicited. She did not ask for them. Deanna said nothing about this. Gabby sends this text message, and this just fucking pissed me off. So she sent a message where basically this was a time in my life where I didn't know that I wanted to do YouTube anymore, and I started editing videos on the side, which, fun fact, I still do. I still edit for creators. It is my full-time second job. It's why I don't make as much videos anymore, although I plan to, but either way, it's a second job that I decided to take on because it's a lot of stress relying on YouTube for money. It's a lot of stress, you know, when you have a kid and you don't have a stable income, and it was a lot. So I decided to get a second job, and I reached out to a lot of influencers, Gabby being one of them, asking like, hey, if you ever need videos edited, let me know. And Gabby sends that screenshot of that text message, and she says, same girl who's asking me for a job is trying to ruin my career, LOL. This just bothers me because she's trying to belittle the fact that I ever reached out to her to see if she ever had work that I need. Like, I'm not embarrassed by that. I was editing for creators. I wanted to build up clients. I wanted to, you know, start a second job. I don't understand that. In her eyes, I get where she's coming from because Gabby thinks it's like, oh, hilarious. She wants a job for me and trying to ruin my career. Haha, peasant. But that's not the case. I was asking you for a job. There's no reason you should have shared that with a fan. Private messages, yet again, overstepping yet another boundary. Deanna says, this is so confusing. And then Gabby, yet again, just starts sending private messages. And these are even worse because these messages are from a time where Jen, one of my closest friends, we stopped talking for about, I want to say it was like 6 months. In the end, we realized that Gabby turned us against each other. I talked shit about Jen to Gabby. Jen talked shit about me to Gabby. We stopped being friends because of it. You know, it was like this insane thing because me and Jen have always been so close. We never even fucking fought. We never fought a day in our life. And since this whole thing happened, like we fought one time and the common denominator was Gabby. She manipulated both of us against each other until we both divulged secrets with her, said shit that we shouldn't have said. And she took messages from when Jen was talking shit about me and she sent them to Deanna. Ask me why. Ask me fucking why, because I don't know. The messages, I mean, I'll put them on the screen. You can stop again. I'm not gonna go through them. It was a time where me and Jen, like I said, were fighting. Jen was telling Gabby, like, I don't know why Jesse hates you. I don't know, all this stuff, whatever. Point is, it was Jen talking shit about me. And she sends this to this fan and says, she's like so fake. She literally told me that Jesse would log in and tweet from Jen's account so she could hide behind her. I'll address that in a second. And now she's tweeting that Jesse was so scared of me, she had to tweet from my account. So what she's referring to, this is such a convoluted story, but basically That's true. There were times when I would want to say something and I just felt like I couldn't. I felt like it would be too much drama. I felt like I would be bringing up too much if it was on my account. And so Jen would be like, just tweet on my account. I would do it, and I shit you not, ask Jen. 2 minutes later, it was deleted. It was like a diary. It was like a diary that I just needed to like word vomit, and then I would delete it. And Deanna says, okay, give me a sec to read. Question, is there no way you can break off cleanly, or is it almost impossible because of YouTube? And Gabby says, after she was telling me how fucked up it was that Jesse would do that, girl, I do not speak to them, LOL. Like, we all live our own lives. I thought with no problem, and then they do this. Deanna says, oh, so when they're bored, they want to start shit. See, everyone from a viewer's standpoint thought Jesse hated you because you chose Curtis. Like, if you talk to any viewer, that's what the subs were told, and I have no idea where that rumor started. Maybe she believed it. Gabby says, regardless, after all that, Jen reaches out and admits she was wrong. We FaceTime for so long, multiple times, and then she goes on the same rant because you are manipulative, and at the end of the day, you don't stop. Like, you got Jen to not only apologize to you, you got me to apologize to you for shit that you did. I just don't even understand how I allowed it. You're in a fan's fucking messages and you're telling them my private shit. I would never do that. I would never do that. None of this was necessary. Not sharing my messages, not getting people to try to hate me, not calling me a psycho, I don't understand, Gabby. I truly don't. I know we had a falling out. I know it got nasty. We said shit to each other, calling each other bitch, and what didn't we say? I don't know if we said bitch, but you know what I mean. It got nasty. I'm aware of that. But I wouldn't be caught dead messaging a fan with our emails back and forth. This is so far beyond defending yourself. You're not defending yourself and just saying, oh, I never supported Curtis. That's not what you did. What you did was you got someone who's a fan of mine, that she told me on the phone. She's been a fan of mine for a long time, and you just tried to get her to hate me. I posted one tweet that didn't have your name in it. I didn't post Deanna's tweet. Deanna posted her tweet. So why you went so hard trying to get her to not only apologize publicly so that you didn't look the way that you look, you wanted her to know, you needed her to know that I'm a liar and that I'm not trustworthy. And I don't know why. I don't know what else to say, Gabby, except I know you're watching this. There's a reason I did not go to you privately, and that is because I don't believe that going to you privately would have done anything other than you telling me I was wrong, you convincing me I was wrong, and me shutting up once again. That's what would have happened if I privately messaged you. So this wasn't about that. I don't know the behind the scenes, how many other fans you've contacted, how many other lines you've crossed. Your time of hiding in the shadows of behind the scenes, using people like pawns to do what you want and get the result that you want, it's done. When it's not me trying to ruin your career, I don't want to take your subscribers. I don't want your subscribers to come over here and subscribe to me. That is not what I want. I don't care about that stuff. It's never been about that. Gabby, this was too much. You went way too far. You have violated just so many just moral codes, just ethics, just being a fucking compassionate human being. You've completely thrown that out of the window, and I'm not gonna allow you to get away with it. I can't. Speaking up felt like my only option. Showing this felt like my only option here, other than just letting her continue with this behavior. And I couldn't do that. And that's it. I'm done.